Tonight we're going to be learning about rapid processes. That means volcano, earthquake, flood, landslide. That's the opposite of the slow earth changes. That means they're rapid, they're quick, they're really, really fast. They're constantly happening and they're really fast and they happen in seconds and they happen just like that. Then they're over. And they've left tons of damage. So we're going to be learning about those things today. What do you already know about volcanoes, earthquakes, floods, and landslides? Hopefully you'll learn something from this one. So let's check out floods first. Floods are called a natural disaster, and it's when tons of water just rushes in and takes over everything. And I mean, rushes. Just happens like that. Sometimes the water will seep up and rise higher and higher and higher, and then other times it'll just go whoo, just like that. So we're going to watch an example of a flood in just a second. A lot of times it's caused from rainfall. Sometimes and that rainfall causes the rivers and lakes and other waters around to rise and rise and rise, and eventually it overflows the banks and just floods everything, and it destroys everything. Water can do so much damage. You can't even imagine how much damage it can cause. And it causes crazy dangerous conditions where people can drown, people can pick up diseases and viruses and get sick. So it's very dangerous. So let's see what we can find on YouTube about floods. This is a flood in China, and I'm going to show you just a little bit of it.
Has been worst hit. Typhoon Utor.
Look at all the water just flowing through.
Rains that followed brought chaos. This bridge in Meizhou City has stood for almost 80 years. Now the struggle to protect it from rushing floodwaters. Repairing damage
water's taken over the whole city.
A long and difficult process.
It's crazy.
Soldiers have been.
It's crazy. So when you think of a flood, I want you to think of because oh my gosh, floods are so dangerous. Crazy. So let's check out our next type of landform. Look at what can happen before a flood, normal. After a flood, destroyed in seconds. Then there's a landslide. Sometimes people get landslide and flood mixed up. They're a big difference though. Floods happen when water rises. Landslides happen when erosion has been happening over thousands of years, and all of a sudden gravity just overcomes a huge amount of soil, and it just goes and takes everything in its path with it. I mean, completely rushes down a hill or a slope or a cliff. So it's at a tall location and it goes to a lower location. Let's look at an example of that on YouTube. Alright, before I start playing it, you see up here these trees? I want you to watch this tree area. There was a house there. It's not there anymore. Gone. In seconds. Destroyed in seconds. Gone. Just like that. Absolutely gone. 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 Just gone. Landslide can just take it out. So for landslide, we're going to say up, down. Because the landslide just takes it out. The soil or the dirt or the mountain, whatever, is clean for dear life. Just barely. And then gravity just overtakes it and goes. Alright. Well, then we have. There's some more examples of landslides. Then we have earthquakes. Earthquakes are, we have the earthquake drill. Well, the earthquake is when the plates underneath us are or floating. You know the lava that comes out of volcanoes? Well, it's called magma under the ground. And the plates that we're on, that our continents are on, are floating on top of it. Floating, floating, floating. And then sometimes they go and it causes an earthquake. And sometimes they're running up against each other and they'll go and it causes an earthquake. And then sometimes they'll just go and it causes an earthquake. So when the plates shift, it causes the ground that we're on to shake and it destroys things. So let's check that out. We're going to watch this is some kids inside of a school or a college in California when they had an earthquake.
Canada is very strong and is fighting with us for second place.
And there it happens. Look at the lights swinging. So in an earthquake, things happen in seconds. And things can be destroyed in seconds because those plates, they're so big and they're shifting so much. Even though they're shifting just a little, it's a lot for us. So for earthquake, we're going to go because the plates just, they shift too fast or run into each other and it destroys everything in seconds. Gone. Let's see if we can see some pictures. Look, it can destroy bridges in seconds flat. Houses, they can be crooked. Buildings can fall over and crash in seconds. That's why we take precautionary measures to protect us. Earthquakes are not common in our area, but they can happen, so we need to know what to do just in case. But they're rare, they don't happen often. And then the last one we're going to talk about is a volcano. A volcano, we've already talked about the land form of a volcano. It's like a mountain with a hole in it where there's lava boiling down in there and it... Well, inside it's called magma. And that magma hangs out in there. And a volcanic eruption is when all that magma goes and bursts out. And then we call it lava. Once it's outside of the volcano, it's called lava. And when the volcano erupts, it's called a volcanic eruption. And it's like the whole mountain just explodes. Sometimes it's like a little explosion and it just bubbles up over time and comes out. And then sometimes it's a... So we're going to watch one. And you decide which kind this one is. There he goes. Whoop. One set. Check it out. It's crazy. And it's so hot you can't walk anywhere near it. They have to evacuate if they know that the volcano is going to erupt. Look at it. It comes down the side. All that lava is then eventually hardened into rock, and that mountain's just going to get bigger and bigger and bigger as the lava hardens into new rock. It's crazy. Nobody's in there lighting matches making that happen. Oh, there's another one. It just happens. It's a natural occurrence. All that gas builds up inside the mountain and then it explodes. And all the lava, or magma, turns into lava by coming out of the mountain. So, see if we can have some pictures here. There's some more examples of it. Sometimes it just looks like giant clouds of smoke. But that is a volcanic eruption. Now, a volcano is technically a landform because it's the mountain itself. But a volcanic eruption is the process of that volcano erupting or exploding. So what have you learned today about fast processes? Are they quick or are they slow? Can they destroy things in days and years, or can it take seconds? What do you know? Oh, and for your sign for volcano, it's... So you've got flood, and then you've got landslide, and then you got earthquake, and then you got volcano. Yeah, those are fast processes. Crazy fast, destroys everything in seconds. How's that?